houses, families on this side. I want to say there was houses over here and a commercial space on the corner.
Alexis Villanueva is walking me down University Avenue as it passes over the State Route 15 freeway. She's the executive director of the nonprofit City Heights Community Development Corporation. When she was growing up here in the 1980s, all this land was taken up by apartment buildings and businesses. But Caltrans wanted to build the freeway, so it used eminent domain to seize and demolish more than 9 blocks of property. Some 2,000 residents were forced to leave, including Villanueva's sister and niece.
When you ask them to relocate, you're essentially asking them to figure out how to make rent deposit in somewhere else that's probably more higher in rent. So immediately my sister was concerned of what that would mean. And then also what that would mean for my niece, that she would have to take and move out of the district as well, and move schools. So it was a big decision, but there really was no choice.
Residents fought to stop the freeway, but in the end, after years of exhausting negotiations, Caltrans agreed to cap just 1 block of the freeway. That block became Terralta Park, the first park Caltrans ever built as a roof over a freeway. Caltrans also made space for a rapid bus line that would run on the freeway median, though it took another 18 years after the freeway opened for that bus line to start service. The bus line came with extra wide bridges over the freeway, each with a little pedestrian plaza.
All the environment, all the built environment that you see was really so people could still activate the space and not feel like there was a western part of City Heights and then an eastern part of City Heights.
But the dream of these plazas becoming gathering spaces that would reconnect the community hasn't been realized. Caltrans built kiosks here to house a small business like a coffee shop or a newsstand. They also built bathrooms here, but in the more than 20 years since they were built, neither the kiosks nor the bathrooms have ever been used. Villanueva says it's a waste. These amenities could improve the experience of riding public transit.
The idea that someone is commuting, and a lot of our families do that with their service jobs. They're using this expressway, this bus, to go downtown and back. When they're making a stop all the way from College Avenue to here, and they need to grab breakfast to head on to their downtown job, that's a need. That's a need, in the helps with comfortability. The helps for them to get to work on time.
People in City Heights have been fighting for years to activate and beautify these plazas, and they've got plenty of ideas.
Extra greenery. We have, the tree and the potting plants, but that's not enough for this place to look gray and to be quite honest, dismal the way that it looks. So we want added greenery. We also want lighting. We've been told by our community that lighting is a necessary part of riding the bus.
The community has made some progress toward activating the kiosks over the freeway. The city of San Diego agreed to lease them from Caltrans so it could find its own vendors. But they're still locked up, and the things that make these plazas unpleasant, like the noise and pollution from the freeway, have no cheap or easy fixes.
And when we're talking about a community that has limited resources, that hasn't had investment from, government as much as it could have, as much as it should have, it does take public and private partnerships. And I think that that's where, in our leadership and our organization has said, fine, let's come to the table, let's figure out what we need to do and how much resources are going to take, and we'll go out there and do that.
The experience of City Heights being divided by a freeway is by no means unique. It happened all over San Diego County and the whole country, most often in low-income communities of color, the communities least able to fight back. You can learn more about the past, present, and future of our freeways by listening to my podcast, Freeway Exit. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.